Hello everyone, my name is Manuel Bedoya and I'm studying full-stack web developer with SocraTech, School of New Technologies. I'm here to present my half-term project, which is called Taste Connected, and it's about foodie network. And this is a network in which people can share their meals and review them and rate them and, well, share with other people so they can know that something is nice or not in this or that restaurant. So let's go first to our diagram, and here we have the three entities. We have foodie, meal, and menu. Each foodie can share one or several meals, and each menu has several meals. Usually can have only one, but that doesn't make sense, so that's why I put just several meals, each of them with their characteristics. Let's have a look on the database. Here we have a foodie, for example, in which main characteristic is that the email has to be unique to identify each foodie as one. And then the menu, which has optional drinks, and the meal that has many mandatory features that has to be filled out, and the connection with the other two tables. Okay, let's go to the app, and here is the home page. We have here some links to the other views, to the sections, and let's go first to the foodies to have a look. Here we have them. These are the collaborators. Okay, and the next view are the meals, all the meals that have been reviewed and uploaded, and finally the menus. This is a shorter section because they have several plates or meals. So let's go all the way and let's register. Okay, for example, if we don't fill everything, we can have validations on every form. If you have anything like this, you cannot submit it. The form will bring you back here. So let's, for example, register Roxana. So if they don't match, for example, they would say passwords do not match. You have to fill it properly. So let's do it like that. And register completed. Let's go to foodies. And here we are. This profile is not complete. So let's complete it. For that, we have to log in. Okay. And Roxana again. Well, if the password is wrong, incorrect password. If, for example, okay, the email address does not match with any foodie. So let's do it properly again. Roxana. And here we are. Now we can edit profile. Let's say it's Roxana Jones, for example. I love Greek food. And let's add a picture of Roxana. And here we have Roxana. Then we can go back to foodies or add a new meal, which would appear here at the lower section. So, for example, let's do it at once. It's veggie burger, very tasty. So again, if we don't fill all the mandatory fields, it would take this error message. So let's complete it. For example, eat onion, tomato, for example, gluten for the bread. This is bacon with a price of 12 at La Fonda in Granada. Let's choose picture. Egg burger. And now we have it here. Okay, here is the simple data shown. So let's go to the profile, and here we have everything. Okay, from here we can edit the meal, which leads us to a form where every data we already introduced is here, and we just have to edit it, not the whole form. Okay, so for example, very tasty and I don't know, colorful. If we submit it, it would appear here at the review. Okay, and from here we can go back to the whole list of meals or the foodie file. The person who added it did the review. So if we go to another one, for example, and go to the foodie file, we can see the person, the foodie that reviewed it with all the data, all the meals that he reviewed, for example, this one. And then we have finally the menus. We can add from here a menu. For example, let's say sushi testing. Let's say it's 39 and beer or wine. Let's submit it. And now we go to, here is the main info. And then there are no meals yet here, but we can add, for example, the sushi donut. And then we would be here again, but with the sushi donut here. Another one, for example, the quinoa salad, submit. And then we have both here, okay? We can also add a logic delete of this menu, in which we would be again without the sushi testing here at the menus. For example, let's delete a meal, for example, this one. Here we can do logic or total delete. Let's do this time the total delete. So we're deleting it even from the database. And then it leads us to the person who uploaded it. Just to see that it was deleted. Sergio, for this time, he only had this one meal. And then finally, if we want to delete a person, we have to log in again, just for security. I think, no, this one I don't remember. So let's do it with Roxana again. Let's log in. Roxana. And then here again, we can have the logic delete. When we log in, we don't go to the profile, but the dashboard, in which we can edit or delete. And if we go to logic delete, we don't have Roxana no more. She's gone from the network, and but she would be on the database yet. Okay, so finally, let's see some of the code use. And here we have, for example, for the foodie profile, we have firstly here the profile, everything that we used to show who he is or she. And then here, for example, the method for each to show every meal she or he uploaded. And just the main point that I try to do very well is that all the validations, just to make sure when you are filling out a form, um, you ha you have everything that is mandatory, so the the app doesn't go by without checking it out. And then, but if you have filled something, it keeps it just to put again in the new renderization of the form, so you don't lose it and you don't have to be um, writing it out every time. And well, pretty much that's it. Um, this would be the code if you want to have a look. Um, Everything is here. Okay, so that's it. Thank you so much, and thank you for your attention. Uh, have a nice day.